You know, before anybody goes to a battle, before anybody goes to war, part of their training period is spent observing their enemy, right? Part of their training period is spent learning a thing or two about their opponents. If I was a boxer, for example, and I had a match coming up, I would spend some time watching some clips of my opponents in like previous matches, just to see, you know, how they move, how quick are they on their feet, you know, what are some of their tactics. Now, I figured the reason people do this is you cannot defeat an enemy that you don't know anything about, okay? If you're trying to break free from a habit, if you're trying to break free from an addiction, it's really important that you spend some time understanding how it works. Now, this is where we get a bit technical. So grab your papers, your pen. No talking in my class, okay? I don't want distraction, I don't want noise. And let's get down to business. Now, there are two big boys that I want you to remember here, two main players, two hormones that I want you to remember: serotonin and dopamine. I hope I said that correctly. Listen, I'm not a science person at all. I am an art and humanities babe, okay? So when you come at me with serotonin, dopamine, commonanin, it's all sounding like jargon to me, but flow with me, okay? Now, serotonin is sometimes called the happy chemical, right? Because it contributes to our well-being and to our happiness. Dopamine plays a role in how we feel pleasure. Dopamine, the big guy, sends neuroconnections that drive us to perform the same activity over and over again. When you do something that causes you pleasure, dopamine is released, right? So the more time you spend doing that thing, the more dopamine is released, and your body is reinforcing that behavior. Dopamine is being surged into your system, and it makes you want to do that thing over and over again. Keep up. Let's say the thing that I like doing is drinking Fanta, right? I love drinking Fanta. Fanta makes me feel good, you know, I feel pleasure when I drink Fanta. If I drink Fanta today, because I feel pleasure when I drink Fanta, dopamine will be released into my system. And what that dopamine will do is it will make me want to do that thing again. Now, another important thing to understand here is that your brain has a use it or lose it function, right? The neuroconnections that you use continually, the neuroconnections that you stimulate more often get stronger, and the ones that you ignore, they get weaker, right? That's why habits are so easy to pick up, because when you keep doing something over and over again, you're strengthening those neuroconnections in your brain. You're strengthening those signals saying, yeah, this is what I like to do. So they're getting stronger. Stephanie, yes, you have a question? Okay, let me break it down for you. So going back to my Fanta example, if I drink Fanta today and I drink Fanta tomorrow and I drink Fanta the day after that and I drink Fanta the day after that, those neuroconnections are getting stronger. If I wanted to try to stop drinking Fanta, like if I wanted to break free from Fanta, say after drinking Fanta for 7 days in a row, I decide to not drink Fanta on the 8th day, right? I would be ignoring that neuroconnection that is driving me to want to drink Fanta. If I ignore it today, there's a good chance that I will be able to ignore it tomorrow, because I've made it just a tiny bit weaker than it was the day before. When I discovered this, or when, you know, I saw this, I said, wait, you're basically telling me that the reason I cannot stop drinking Fanta is because I haven't stopped drinking Fanta. What? That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. But when you think about it, it kind of does. Okay, that's why anytime we tell ourselves, oh, it's just the last time, honey, it's not. So technically, it's not entirely your fault. Okay, it's just it's science. Blame science. Okay, I said no talking in my class. Daniel, be quiet. So yeah, it kind of sucks, because basically we're trying to fight this temptation, but our body is like, no, I like this thing, okay? I like the pleasure that I feel from it, so no, I'm going to make you do it over and over again. Thank you so much for coming to this lecture today. All of you that were making noise, you'll hear from me soon. Your punishment is coming, okay? I really hope you learned something. Let me know in the comment section if you learned anything today. See, if I was a lecturer, all my lectures, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, we're done, okay? 2 hours lectures, I don't understand what you're talking for 2 hours. No. And of course, the story does not end here, okay? There's always light at the end of the tunnel, and I'll let you know in my next post.